Welcome back to CK2. We have this huge war with France. They've finally revolted, the king of both France and Italy, as we have tried to imprison them from their scheming and plot, as they were part of factions, both to increase council power and independently pushing for Gavelkind. The only reason we're able to take them on at the moment, and I've pushed for that immediately now, trying to imprison him, is because he's just won his revolt, and therefore is knocked down in terms of his troops. He has 6,000 troops less than he would otherwise. So this is the perfect opportunity to knock down his power. Other people that have incited against us are Wales. However, they're a good member of our family. We're not going to take any action against them for their plotting. They're trying to kill the King of Scotland, which is a member of our family. We would like to end that, and we might be able to make him like us a bit more in a second. In fact, let's do that now. Use some of our ransom money in order to pay off this guy to like us. We arrested a lot of people. So we got lots of ransoms. We can get this guy then to stop his plot to kill another member of our dynasty. That's some good family-focused stuff there. We could take action against Scotland. He's not a member of our dynasty, and it would pass to a member of our dynasty. However, they're only 1 year old. So it's probably in their best interest and in our dynasty's best interest in terms of family cohesion to leave Scotland alone as much as possible. Right, let's win this big war. Firstly, we can smash into these forces in our capital with our nice army here. This is our personal retinue. And when they get there, then I'll also raise the troops in the capital. Another 900 can sally out. In fact, how many do we have? We have 2,000 plus these 3,000. We have 5,000 personally. In terms of keeping our vassals on side, not avoiding raising their levies for a long war would be good. So I'm going to start this war with just my personal troops. And we'll raise more as it goes on. And he's been excommunicated. Thank you, Pope. Thank you, this gluttonous hunter. What a great guy. Oh, the Pope is actually a great guy. Nice. And we're zealous. We love the Pope, actually. Let's make sure we protect the Pope. What should I focus on in terms of commanding? I will carry out the will of God, absolutely. And we are not fighting against religious enemies at the moment, but this is exactly what this character should be doing. Zealous, ambitious, cruel, they are going to absolutely crush the infidel. Unfortunately, we can't do that at the moment because of this big defensive pact. Oh, no, that's France. Sorry. Oh, the Muslim defensive pact against us seems to have crumbled. That's because we're only at 73% threat, so presumably they're more than 75% of our size. Yeah, okay. So the Umayyads are about the same size as us. There's a few big, powerful Sunni empires down here. I believe they're all Sunni. Yes. So you have the Idrisid, the Iqshidid, the Abbasid, and the Umayyad. These four big empires. Their defensive pact has actually crumbled. So previously they would have teamed up with the Norse if we attacked them. And actually only recently, not also the Catholics joining in to defend them from us because they're so excited about our expansion. So we will now be able to declare war, or at least one big holy war, on the Umayyads and reclaim some territory rightfully. So that's absolutely what we'll do after this. Carry out the will of God. This guy would make the perfect crusading king. So hopefully he gets that chance in his lifetime. We are coming up to the time of the Crusades, actually, so that'll be good. This guy arrives at our court. No. He doesn't... The correct God in the wrong way. We're zealously Catholic. Demand religious conversion. No true believer. We're going to ask you to leave our court. Sorry, goodbye. Be a good steward somewhere else. And you're going to be a good steward... Hang on, I've just got to go up a few times. It's going to a perfectly reasonable place for now. No. How dare you be That doesn't even make sense either. That's no worse. That's the same god again as well. It doesn't make any sense. Why did he's zealously Catholic? Okay, he'd go to war with the Orthodox if at some point. That'd be good. We could do a great war for Sicily, and then we'd actually be entitled to the Empire of Italia as well. But we need 3,000 prestige and 1,500 party for that. Basically, a big crusade against the Orthodox by the Catholics, which is actually historical. So there we are. He's improved one of our commanders significantly. Brilliant. This is one of our terrible, really terrible commanders. He was just a siege leader, but had no ability to lead in combat at all. He's gone from 4 to 7 since I last looked at it, so that's very good. He'll be now slightly less completely incompetent. Absolutely will make it some donations to the repair of the monastery church. And we're part of the Benedictine order. No, we're not. No, that's part of our previous character was. I was opening, I was thinking, oh, we're not a member of it. Oh, we are, it's open. No. So we'd have joined the Dominican or the Benedictine. I think he would join one of these. They lead the Holy Inquisition, charged with a mission to identify heretics. Not to pursue material wealth, but strive to be a strict seeker of truth. Well, as this ambitious person, we weren't greedy at all, we were content, but we've definitely gone down the more ambitious route. But we're not there to build material wealth, and we definitely are about leading down the Holy Inquisition. That sounds perfect. Ah, so the Shia have just appeared, sorry. So yes, they were all Sunni, because they weren't Shia yet. Ooh. White peace? Yeah, no thank you. We're not just gonna have this resentment sitting around now. We need to take you down. Raid betrothal between our niece and a prince of Hungary. Hungary? No. Oh, I should have just looked at that. Hungary. Disgusting. Look at that. Not worth our time at all. Yeah. Bulgaria's still in hiding. They've been in hiding since they were a tiny child. They've been hiding over 20 years. They're somehow still successfully the ruler. It's just the region. Joe, you should get some combat experience. Go and crush these tiny amount of troops. We'll give you a chance to do this. Oh no. Yoms Vikings. What's happened here? What have you done, France? Defending against the Yoms Vikings in the long Yoms Viking conquest of Caen. Where's Caen? C-A-E-N. County of Caen. This? The Yoms Viking conquered. I mean, it's borders Denmark. Oh no. This is very bad. Yeah, Germany is collapsing. Germany is just completely collapsing. And it improved this commander as well. Perfect. Again, free marshal. Brilliant. Oh, Joe at Wales. Yeah, you're a good guy. Okay. So we have this claimant attempting to seize the Kingdom of England from us with 10,000 troops. They appear to be in a flower marriage, which is quite fun. And they want to knock out our guy. I am glad our channel isn't big enough for fan fiction. Right. Okay. So that's kind of that's sort of the bigger threat. Yes, but we don't want France's armies to reinforce, which way they will be doing. Unfortunately. Okay. We need to raise our vassal troops. So let's raise our vassal troops. We'll put down these boats. Put down the boats. Put them down. Raise those vassal troops. Everyone meet in Warwick. We want to. This is seeming quite similar to the Order of St. Benedict, guys. I'm not. Maybe when it gets later, it differentiates and we start doing some more rooting out heretic stuff. But this is seeming kind of St. Benedict at the moment, guys. Chester. Oh, but you're Orthodox. No, we wouldn't let you on the council. This is our commander. Mutiza. Cambridge, right, Cambridge. There we are. That's a good person. They're ambitious, conflicts with our ambitions, but that's fine. They're erudite, patient, kind. It's a good Christian. You can be our chancellor. Perform statecraft. Do we care about roses? I think we really don't care about roses. I think we're not interested. Highly recommended to do it again. No. You tell us. Not happening. From the core of the Hebrides, so this Norse Catholic wants to push his claim on Norway by force. Brilliant. I'd support him in that. Can we? That sounds awesome. That sounds perfect. Norway, not a very strong kingdom, so he's got a good chance of succeeding. Also, he's Catholic Norse, pushing out these Germanics. Yeah, he'd have a little bit of our land there, which isn't ideal, but absolutely that's a worthy sacrifice as far as this guy's concerned. The Shetlands, all of this empire, and he's concerned about pushing out the Germanics, not about pushing out the Norse in terms of his particular. So all of these lands that in the British Isles that are Norse, he'd convert for us. Absolutely. In fact, can we get our marriage between him and our person? Yeah, we'll freeze her. Oh, we can't marry to him at the moment. He's an adventurer. Maybe he has to win the war before he's like a proper noble character that's actually available. Okay. Bree would like Wolfred. Wow, Wolfred, you're in a lot of demand here. You would also like to get married. The Kingdom of Bree. I can see why you'd want a non-aggression pact. All of your vassals have deserted you. You've lost territory to Denmark and you lost a bit of territory to France just before we took it. You really need the help. Unfortunately, you're not worth the help. He's improved this person's marshal again by 3 and then by 2. This marshal has already upgraded this, more than doubled the skill of this commander. That is incredible. Wales, Joe, what? Yeah, I'd ask for you to be peace with Scotland. You should definitely be in charge of those lands in Scotland, wherever you're taking. Cool guy. Now, this person did inherit Bohemia, and he's probably still going to lose this revolt. And we don't mind him losing this revolt because it's a Catholic It's a Catholic. Yeah, it's a Catholic knocking out an Orthodox to reclaim the Catholic lands of Bohemia. We don't mind that revolt too much. But it's a shame we lost Chester. Kingdom of Bree. Oh, the new Kingdom of Bree. The new King of Bree. The next King of Bree is going to try his hand on Wolfram. Still a no, I'm afraid. Who better can we get them to, though? Oh no, Leon is really collapsing here. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, Reconquista necessary. Leon was holding a lot of land here for a long time, but the Umads have finally really started moving up. We are absolutely going to do this, Commander. We're brave. Would we kill this man? He is content, kind, humble. Yeah, he's greedy. We are cruel, though. Oh, we're cruel. We're cruel. We're not going to show mercy. Another duel. And Gombao went forth and won the duel for us. This guy, though, is one-handed, one-eyed. I think if he gets one leg, he gets a parrot. Okay, we have defeated the host. We imprison him. What do we do? There are no holy orders. I think this guy would send, like, people, like, warriors off to holy orders and stuff rather than executing them if he could. But there's been no crusades, there are no holy orders. We can't execute him because we're Kinslayer, and you know, we wouldn't do that. He's our nephew. We could ransom him for 10 gold to the Duke of Montenia. Yeah, yeah. We need to get rid of him like in an official way. He actually really likes us, mostly for particular reasons. But yeah. King of Hungary would like to... Jacob? Would now like a betrothal between Wolfram and that other person that I preferred to get a betrothal with them before. So he's now offering me that better deal. Unfortunately, he is excommunicated. And if he's excommunicated, that means the Pope says he's a terrible person and no Catholic should be dealing with him. So actually, I'm afraid I can't do that. As a zealous Catholic, the voice of the representative of Jesus on earth has spoken. Mysterious person. Has to leave court. Bye. The Hungarian revolt. Prince Apadene's claim on Hungary. Who's Prince Apadene? Is that one of your sons? What is their relation to this person that you are betrothing me to? They're not related to the person that whose claim you're pushing. I appreciate you saw I didn't make a deal with Hungary, so you want to make a deal with me instead, but still no. If we had a son, that would help. Oh, we need... could get a fair marriage himself. But they're an incredibly sinful person and they're Orthodox, so that's not going to happen, even though they probably have some quite nice lands. What have we got? Huh? Oh no, that's not even very good. His wife died very early and he never got a second one. Yeah, very early on his wife died. He never remarried. Well, didn't really need children, that's what I seem to do, I think. Definitely not. Okay, right, let's try and find this guy marriage. Search all. My religion. Absolutely. Adult. Not my dynasty. Women. Oh, fucking. Sorry. Load filter. I've already got this set up. What am I doing? Okay. Right. He's not very good at stewardship. That's what he could use to balance out his realm. If this is a simple political marriage for him because he needs it to be a good king, not because he actually wants it necessarily. Left-handed, viewed with suspicion by the clergy. Nope, that's a veto. Courtier in Britannia. Your courtier, this Frenchwoman that's in our court, that's unmarried. Just right there. Oh, it's the one educating this child, the steward. They are very skilled. They are honest, they are diligent, they are ambitious, they're shrewd. And he would like to get married. Well, I think he takes one look around the room and says, yeah, that'll do. We'll lose 200 prestige from that, though. It's not so much about it being a quick fix for prestige. It's about his long-term ambitions. So yeah. And we can recover. Yeah, we can gain an extra 100 prestige than if we hadn't done this marriage. So yeah, we are. It was good for that in that respect as well. Attraction to groomed, attraction to duelist, an extravagant coronation, our prestige, both honest. Both ambitious is a -5, that's fine, but we don't have the -25 from them being, say, a landed vassal, and that their ambitions don't conflict with ours, so that's not a big issue. They should also get the +10 from fulfilling their ambition to get married, fulfill marriage wish for another 5 years. So yeah, actually, we get on quite well. In fact, we can even send them a gift. And there we are. So yeah, we don't particularly like them. He has no attraction to them. However, it's a good, secure political marriage. So, congratulations. He's had that ambition since we started playing as him, actually. Oops. I should have got around to that sooner. The Yom's Vikings have inherited the land from that person. So they've taken Kane. That's terrifying. I really don't like that the Yom's Vikings are growing. However, that does mean we can finish our war. And you, my friend, are getting your titles revoked. Kingdom of France. Revoked. You can also revoke the Kingdom of Italy. Well, he now absolutely despises us, so actually we need to, yeah, 100%. Yeah, we can't revoke his county up in Moray. We would need to get some land in order to land him and give that person France. To make our dynasty on France, because now they're going to be demanding, hang on, like, we want that kingdom, right? All of these vassals are going to have, yeah, desires the Kingdom of Italy. We have to give it to someone. So we need to take some land. From someone. Well, let's lower our troops. Torres. They wouldn't even support war against that, probably because they're glory hound and it's a tiny weak ruler. Yeah. I think we're going to... This guy cares most about the religion. This guy is an incredibly good Christian. Temperate, patient, honest, kind, content, humble, charitable, and zealous. Yes, I'm cherry picking slightly there. He'd make a good counsellor. And if he's a good counsellor, we also want him to be a powerful vassal. He cares more about the religion than it being inherited by his family. So I think we're just going to grant this. We're going to grant this guy France. And we could not give him these vassals. These vassals are rightfully part of Aquitaine. So they're not going to desire the Kingdom of France, and we're just going to not create the Kingdom of Aquitaine. Simple. They don't have to rightfully be under one big, huge mega vassal. They can just be independent. So if we break up our kingdom here on realm map mode, there we are. We can just have Plateau, Aquitaine, Toulouse, all of these guys independent. We could create the Kingdom of Aquitaine, and in order to take Armagnac, which actually would be vital, because otherwise it is going to be taken by the Umayyads. And so we have an incredible council. Okay. Derby doesn't like us though, which I don't like. He's not going to have any more children. That wife does not look 66 years old. Wow. Impressive. Okay. His heir is not of his dynasty, so could we get a betrothal? A matrilineal betrothal? No, because they're not too high in the line of succession. Oh, because he's in the court of Surrey, who he is. In line of succession too. Okay. Okay. Derby. Send you a gift. Yeah. What are we going to do for Italy? That's the other big question. What are we going to do for Italy? Are there any incredibly pious rulers who would just stand out as, yes, he would definitely grant it to this, out of his absolute love of Christendom? No, there are not. There are not any. How close are we to forming the Kingdom of Sardinia and Corsica? Oh, we can do that now? Well, that's going to get us these. We can probably win these wars with our retinue, actually. Get it placed on the island, and we could crush out these wars quickly before any other troops arrive. I think I'll try a sneaky takes Corsica play. I think once the once we get some holy orders established, we can make either de facto or actually the Knights of Sardinia. That would be brilliant. Brilliant. That's definitely something this character would do. In the meantime, absolutely create the Kingdom of Sardinia and Corsica. Then we can take Torres and these guys. These guys are Orthodox. Yeah, these guys are all Christian or our vassals, but these guys are Orthodox, which is a problem. In our laws, in the Empire of Britannia, in terms of revoking titles, we could revoke titles of infidels freely. That's what we want. Heathens and heretics freely. Yeah, we don't want heathens and heretics in our land. If you're not Catholic, this guy needs to be able to remove your titles. Absolutely, that is aligned with his character. So we need our council to support that. So we need another loyalist vassal. Well, the two zealots, I assume, are the people in support of it, Arnaud and Ethelstan. Yeah. Okay, a zealot would work as well. That's aligned with him. Actually, a loyalist is more likely. Ancora. Oh, they are actually a clerical. Well, we haven't got any other clerical vassals on our council. That's quite rare. In fact, that's very rarely we can actually make a reasonably powerful vassal our court chaplain. So absolutely we will. You are now responsible for hunting apostates in the kingdom. This bit of land here. And that is a loyalist vote, and we get a proper religious leader advising us, which we are absolutely on board with. This guy's returning a favour to the King of Wales, so he would normally be a loyalist, but he can't. This guy's also returning a favour to the King of Wales, but it doesn't make much of a difference. When does that end? Expires in 19 months. Just get up a Brittany on board. Okay, so now what does that law look like? 4 supporters, 3 against. 2 zealots, 2 loyalists. So we're definitely going to pass that. So you can actually follow through on being a zealot. Right. So we're going to vassalize these people by digital claims on the Kingdom of Sardinia and Corsica. They will control some of that person, which is fine, because now with the assistance of our wife, who's just there to help us manage the realm, essentially, we can actually control 2 more counties. So we can hold those lands, ready for a religious order, or to create a new king of Italy. Kildare, a heresy? Sorry, no, I should have clicked go to. Kildare's an island, right? Kildare, yeah, right in the middle of Ireland. Okay, Fraticelli. The peasantry. Right, court chaplain, it's your first job. Go up and fix that. Gerard the Usurper. In the oubliette. There is his region as well. It's basically his son's just taken over early. Toulouse has been viciously slandering me. Oh god, we've already got more plots. More plots to go through. Okay. He likes us. He's a fellow zealot. He's a fellow brave zealot. Patient, shrewd. I did those the wrong way around. Good martial ruler. I'm going to keep it to myself. I'm not going to annoy him. He's a good guy. He's not in any factions at the moment either. I trust him. Right, betrayed betrothal. Our niece, King of Wales. Do you know what? She's not going anywhere else. Yeah. Sure. Okay. So the plan here is we declare war on Torres. We immediately go... We wait for them to raise their armies, because otherwise they're added to the garrison when we're sieging it down. Wait for them to raise their armies, then we go boink. Once we've gone boink, we just siege down... We just need to get through the castle, the city, and the temple before any other armies arrive. These armies got... But basically with this defensive pact, we're waiting for... I guess... It'll just be the Christian defensive pact. Yeah, so Leon might get some troops over from Arles, but they're fairly isolated here out in the middle of the Mediterranean on their own. We sort of surrounded them. Well, it's not that we've surrounded them, it's that there's the Byzantine Empire, horrible Orthodox threat, and horrible Sunni threats the rest of the way. We're taking this to secure Catholic Christendom. We become their new liege, and we gain 100 prestige. We're getting up to the prestige requirement for the Great War for Sicily. We're losing a little bit on piety. Okay. Watch the next episode to see how that goes, and how the adventures of our Emperor continue. If you're new here, subscribe for daily episodes.